What's good, y'all? This video is going to be a little different because today we're looking at your cars. Now I know what you're thinking.
Wow, Shrek, what an amazing and incredibly original idea.
How did you come up with that? Look, okay, I know that this is something that's been done many times by many people, but I don't care. I want to interact with y'all. We all know I love to endlessly chat about cars on here, and you know, I'm lucky enough to have you guys there to listen to me ramble on and make me not look completely insane, but it's being car enthusiasts that brought us all here. You know, it's kind of like the basis of our community. And car enthusiasts typically tend to drive something pretty cool or interesting. And by now, I'm sure you guys know that looking at cool or interesting cars is something that I like to do. So I figured I'd post a video over my Instagram asking all of you to send me over your cars. Send me over? Send me over? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Send me over your cars so we can all have a look at them together here and, you know, see what some of y'all got. And yes, I am wearing the same shirt that I was in the Instagram video. Before we do start looking at everyone's cars though, I just want to thank everyone who sent in their vehicles. I was literally only expecting like maybe 10 people to like submit their car, but there were definitely a lot more than that. And I don't know, it just means a lot to me because I just think it's really cool that so many of y'all like to watch my YouTube videos and want to be a part of them. So whether or not your cars was in this video, I'm still very thankful and I'm just happy that you're here. Also, this isn't like a ranking video or anything like that. I'm not like judging your cars. I just want to take a look and see what you got. I might poke some fun here and there, but nothing I say is mean-spirited in any way or meant to be taken seriously at all. We're just here to have fun. And besides, at the end of the day, I'm a grown-ass man cosplaying as a husky on the internet. So, you know, none of my opinions really matter. If your car makes you happy, that's all that matters. Anyways, let's look at some cars. Now, since I'm, you know, forcing you guys to show me your cars, I think it's only fair that I also show you my cars. A lot of you guys are probably already pretty familiar with what I drive, so I'm going to try to keep this pretty short and sweet, but for those who don't, here's a quick rundown. So first, this is my 2007 BMW 335i. It is the E93 chassis, which means that it is a convertible, as you can see. I got a convertible because I used to have a E36 drift car, and that car was a vert, so this kind of like pays homage to that, I guess you could say. This car isn't like anything crazy. It's like my daily slash fun car, so there's not really like a lot of crazy stuff done to it. I bought the car and then a month later I got rear-ended. But thankfully my insurance hooked it up, so I pretty much just took all that money and put it back into the car. So, you know, it's got a bunch of bolt-ons, coilovers, wheels, stock turbos, and a stock downpipe, so, you know, nothing too crazy. And a tune, of course. Like I said, this is my daily, so I still wanted to like look really cool and be fun to drive, but I wanted to keep it pretty reasonable, you know, somewhat. It is still a BMW at the end of the day, so, you know, it's still not going to be that reliable anyways. Now, some of you may know that that is not the only car that I have. I actually have another one as well, which is this. This is my 2001 Volkswagen Jetta Mark IV station wagon. And as you can tell, it is very different from the BMW. I know stance cars aren't everyone's cup of tea, especially in the furry fandom. I feel like a lot of furries really don't like stance cars, but man, I love this car. There is so much done to it, but it is static, which means that it is on coilovers. But there is like a lot of stuff done to this car that would take way too long to get into, so, you know, I'm not really going to go into it. But yeah, this car is not fast. It is very slow. It doesn't handle good. The ride quality is not great, as you can imagine. It's not a track car, you know, it's not that kind of car. It's literally just to like look crazy and to be fun to drive, and that's what it is. I plan on bringing this car back. I haven't really driven or posted it in a while, but I miss driving it a lot, so I definitely want to bring it back out. Ah, man, I miss this car. Some quick mentions of the other vehicles I have. This is my 2006 Suzuki Hayabusa. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this bike. I absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun. This one's a fun one. In front here is my 1986 Yamaha Jog, and behind it is our 1982 Toyota Cressida paddle racer team car that me and 5 of my friends built together. And then here I have my 1980 Honda CB400T Hawk 3, also known as a Super Hawk. These three are kind of in the same spectrum of like, you know, those Kata Racer Bosozoku type builds. So it's a long story. Anyways, enough of me. Let's see what you guys got. All right, first up we got Brendan Scholes. Let's see, he's got a 2007 Volvo S60R. Nice. It's my daily driver. It's got 212,000 miles. Hell yeah. Yeah, man, pretty clean, pretty simple build. Obviously it is a daily driver, so kind of the same as my BMW, I guess, you know, keeping it pretty basic. And honestly, these are cool. I personally like these. Every time I see one, I usually admire it for a good amount of time. I just think they're cool looking cars, and of course they got a turbo 5-cylinder, and those always sound amazing. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got a little exhaust clip. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. I like this. This is really cool. All right, next we got Duncan with their 2004 SVT Cobra. Nice. It had for 5 years now. It's got a 2.9 liter Whipple supercharger. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of this car. I saw this car in at the FWA parking garage in 2025. I think this is actually where it's at. This is literally that photo. If I have the photo, I'll put it up. But yeah, I remember seeing this car in person. This thing is super clean. Paint is immaculate. I love the super clean chrome wheels, and honestly, personally, I like these like body style Mustangs a lot. I think they look really cool. I love the rear end, like the ducktail that they got going on here. I don't know, this is so cool. This thing's pretty low too, honestly. I feel like usually muscle car guys don't like ever lower their cars like a lot because they're more like performance oriented, but this thing is really low. This thing looks good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro, supercharger sounds so cool. Yeah, dude, this thing is sick. I love it. It's super clean. All right, next we got Sock Sucks. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know how to say your username. I gotta send you that clip that I took of you at MFF with my camcorder. It's such a cool clip. Let's see, react to my shitty car. All right, 20 valve 4.8 GE swapped with ITBs. Nice. Yeah, this thing is super cool. First of all, we gotta stop immediately because these wheels, the Advan A3As, are probably like my favorite 3-spoke wheel. Actually, let me show you something. This right here is like a little Tomica model of an Advan A3A. It's gonna be out of focus, so I'm sorry, but if you can see that, I love this wheel. This and like the work equipped boggers, especially like the multi-piece boggers. Oh, those are so cool too. But the Advan A3As are like one of my favorite wheels. These things are awesome. All right, but let's take a look. Yeah, man, honestly, pretty standard like 8.6 build. But dude, I mean, obviously 8.6s are just such a iconic and legendary car. And they just look awesome anyways. Like this looks sick. Like, yeah, hell yeah. For context, he says the red car is his car prior to painting it black. Yeah, dude, man. Honestly, you just love to see the cars being driven, man. Like, it's one thing to have just a cool car and just drive it around, but like if you actually like drive the thing, that is like way more cool to me. I love drifting too. I miss drifting. I want to get back into it so bad. It's so expensive though. But yeah, dude, this thing is sick. Super cool. Next we got Built Panda, and damn, this thing is sick. 2013 Scion FRS. Air suspension, TRD lip kit, 3-piece wheels, lots more. Dang though, dude, this thing is awesome. Yeah, the white bike tire with like the white wheels and like the white like bracing and stuff. That is so cool. And this color, it's kind of hard to tell because how dark it is, but this color is cool. I think that goes really well with the white for sure. Yeah, man, this thing is sweet. And honestly, like FRSs, BRZs, 8.6s, like I just think they're so cool too. People like to do the whole like, oh, they're so slow, they're so underpowered, this and that, but like I feel like they're such a good driving car. Every time I've driven one, I've always felt like it just is such a good car to drive. It's such a fun car that feels good to drive, and they look great too. Like I feel like they look good in like any type of build, like track builds, stamps builds. Like they're such a cool car, man. Yeah, this thing is sick, super sick. All right, next we got Milo, and he's got his Factory 5 Mark IV Roadster, which is basically, it is a Cobra kit car. But man, this thing is awesome. This thing is so cool. Look at this. This is so sick. Tons of stuff done to it. Look at that. 302, running a Ford E-Cam, GT40 heads, big brakes, simple bare bones car to use for mountain driving and autocross. Nothing to it, just manual steering, manual brakes, and nothing else. Wow. Yeah, dude, this thing is sick. And like he said in the description, he actually drives this thing. Look at that. He's actually at the track with this. You know, it's not just like a show car that just gets taken to Cars and Coffee. It actually gets used. Like I said, if you actually drive your car, that is so much cooler to me than if you just like park it and like keep it stored in a garage for its whole life. Like, why would you do that? Especially with a car like this. He's actually using the car as the way it's intended, you know, and that you just love to see that. This thing is super sick. And you know, Milo's like low-key one of my homies, so not to brag or anything, but yeah, that's awesome. I love that car. All right, next we got Conrad Hamel. This is my 1993 Miata. I rebuilt the engine with forged rods and billet oil pump gears, along with MLS head gasket, poly mounts, and adjustable cam gears. Honestly, very unsuspecting build, you know. From the outside, it looks like a pretty just, you know, standard and simple, clean Miata. But honestly, the engine being like completely gone through and basically built is awesome. The plan is to boost, but I'm just enjoying it NA for now. Yeah, that's awesome. Especially with the forged internals, it's nice and reliable. And yeah, when you're ready to like put the turbo on it, it's gonna be sick. Shit, I sent you my plate. Just doxed myself. Don't worry, bro, I got you. Super sick car though, I love it. Next we got Rusty with their 2000 Subaru Forester. Honestly, off the bat, I just love these body style Foresters. I think they look so cool. Pretty simple, you know, pretty simple, clean, kind of like daily driver build still. This has been my first car for around 5 years. Nice, and I usually do tailgate runs in it, but hopefully taking it to the track soon just to have more fun with the car. Pretty awesome, fun, canyon cruiser type of car. Like, I think these are just also cool looking too. But yeah, super sick. All right, next we got Lifeless Mosey, and he says, I just sold my baby, 2013 VW GTI. Nice. Took it from stock to a street weapon. Integrated engineering, stage 2 ECU, TCU tune. Nice. Wow. So basically full bolt-ons. Oh yeah, and some work done to the transmission too. Nice. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I love the way that DSG transmission shift sounds, the DSG fart. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I have a soft spot for Volkswagens. I'm not gonna lie, like before I bought my E93, there was a bunch of different cars that I was considering, and a Mark 7 Golf R was a car that I was like really considering, but I ended up going with the BMW. But Golfs, GTIs, Golf Rs, the Jetta GLIs and all that, I love like the Volkswagens and the Audis. Of course, gotta love the Audis too. But yeah, super sick. All right, next we got Ian with his 1983 Volkswagen Scirocco. Hell yeah, dude. I love old Volkswagens, bro. Hold on, 24 valve VR6? Yep, 2.8 liter VR6, 24 valve, out of a Golf. That is like my dream swap, bro. I want to put one of those in my wagon, or if I can find one like the 3.2 out of like a R32, I think that would be so sick. Custom harness, yes. Tons of custom parts. That is honestly so awesome. A car this light with an engine like that, it probably rips. 200 horsepower and weighs in at about 2,000 pounds. Yep, this car rips. Really light and zippy. Yeah, dude. This thing is super cool. And it's such a clean looking swap too. Like, it honestly looks like it's super well done. And the car itself just looks great. I love Scirocco's. This car and like the Corrado are like those two like Volkswagens that are so strange, like one-off cars that I think are just so cool looking. But yeah, that is awesome. All right, here we got another buddy of mine, my friend Toxin, with their 1992 Subaru SVX. I mean, straight off the bat, just a very uncommon and really unique car. Stock H6 engine, which again, that is already just cool on its own that it's got a flat 6. But it's swapped for the 4.44 gear ratio Outback transmission. Yeah, dude, this thing is super cool. Needs paint and different wheels, but I think she's pretty. I mean, I like the paint scheme, honestly. The black and the white is pretty cool, personally. You might be right about the wheels, but overall though, I mean, like, dude, this is such a cool car. Like, look at this thing. This thing looks so sick. Oh, there's a hair in my mouth. But yeah, this thing is just super cool. Every time I see one in person, I just can't help but like stare at it, because this is such a sick, like, it still looks like a futuristic car, It looks like a car that's like what people back then would think the future would look like. I don't know what you would call that, like retro futuristic, I guess. I don't know. It's such a cool car, man. These things are sick. All right, we got Zero or the WRX Fox, who actually sent in 2 cars. The first one is their WRX. All right, hot take. I don't think the narrow bodies look that bad. I feel like these get so much hate. Like, everyone thinks they're ugly. Nobody likes how they look. I actually don't mind them. I think they can actually look pretty sick. And honestly, in this example, I think it actually looks really cool. Once again, a pretty simple, clean WRX build, but the engine is definitely where this thing seems to shine. Look at that. Wow. Tons of stuff done to it. Tons of stuff done. Wow. Yeah, dude, that is awesome. That is super cool. He's also got his 2001 VR6 Jetta, and of course, me being also another Mark IV Jetta owner, I always have a soft spot for these. The candy cane taillights, GLI lip, nice. I mean, I guess this is a GLI, but it is like the pre body kit, era GLI. So it's got the 12 valve VR6 rather than 24 valve, but still super awesome. I mean, GLI is still like the top of the line Jetta model, so I mean, that's a lot better than my car. My car's got the 2-liter and a 4-cylinder. Just super clean, man. I love to see like these in really good shape. It's awesome to see that. All right, next we got my friend Bix, and honestly, when he first hit me up, I was a little skeptical because he used to have a Mazda 3. It was a very simple, just stock Mazda 3. Like, not really a whole lot you can say about it. It's a pretty normal car. But he shut my ass up real quick. He's got his 2008 Mazda Speed 3. High mileage, dang, but I mean, it's still running. That's awesome. Looks like it's got a bunch of stuff done to it. Engine's been gone through. Exhaust, got a cob access port. Yeah, I mean, these things are honestly really cool. My buddy Andy has a Mazda Speed 3, but he's got a 2nd gen one, and that car is honestly super sick. And these, I think, just look really awesome, too. And they got a 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, man. Like, this is honestly kind of like a slept-on hot hatch, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, these are super fun, zippy cars. They're unexpectedly quick, man, honestly. Yeah, man, definitely a fan of the Speed 3s. They're super cool. And the NB Mazda Speed Miata actually has the same engine, or I think it's like a variation of the engine, if anything, but that is super cool. Like this engine in a car that's so small and light, I bet that is so sick. All right, next we got Bravo with their 1997 Turbo Miata. Hell yeah. Just getting the car finished and will hopefully be taking it to the track in the coming months. Currently makes 235 and handles like a beast. Hell yeah. Oh, dude, that sounds so good. Oh, damn, look at the engine. That is so sick. Oh, yeah, look at that. That is like all business right there. Like, I feel like I'd rather see like a Miata like this driven hard than just like sitting and doing nothing. Whoa, okay, that is a crazy exhaust setup. I was not expecting that. That is crazy. That is actually insane. Wow, that's sick. That is so sick. Dude, that sounds awesome. Yeah, that is super clean, super cool build, man. Good job. All right, next we got Unos with his 1991 Unos Roadster. This thing is super cool. Rare rocket downster front bumper, hell yeah. SSR Type C's, OMP steering wheel. Oh, the color is so cool too. Yeah, this car is such a clean build, man. This thing looks so good. I love the decals. I honestly I feel like you can't go wrong with the chrome decals, dude. I feel like they always look so sick. I'm like a sucker for that, honestly. But yeah, this thing is just in such pristine condition too.
6-7.
And of course, it being a Unos, it is right-hand drive, and that is super cool. For those who don't know, in Japan, the Miata was not called a Miata, it was called the Unos Roadster. But yeah, this thing, super cool, super cool. Looks awesome, dude. All right, next up we got Lewis with their 2004 Mazda RX-8. Says this is their drift car / summer daily. That is honestly awesome. Dailying your drift car is kind of crazy. You know, it's a little risky, but honestly, I mean, it's holding together just fine. So that's super sick. And honestly, RX-8s are just cool cars, man. I just think they're honestly, everyone always loves the RX-7s, including me. You know, obviously I'm not going to say I don't like the RX-7, but I think the RX-8 is a super cool car too, man. Oh yeah, lots of stuff done to it. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this thing is definitely set up to rip. This is super awesome. I mean, if you got the right parts on there and you build it right, then I guess it makes a lot of sense that it would be super solid on the street too. Yeah, that looks so sick. This is such a cool car. This thing is clean too, man. I feel like a lot of the time whenever I see RX-8s, especially ones that are drifted, they're usually pretty clapped out, but this thing looks nice. The paint looks really good. The body looks really nice. Hell yeah, dude, this is sick. All right, we got Blue Neon Paw with their 1979 Plymouth Horizon TC3. This is cool. Wow, this thing looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of like that really like that Dodge Charger, that like the one with like the 4-cylinder turbo in it. It's kind of like that. It looks like fun little compact American sports car. Rebuilt the motor. So it's only got 3 owners too. Wow. It makes 73 horsepower and has a top speed of 70 miles an hour. Wow. Honestly though, come on, that's not really what it's for. Like, we know this is going to be like a fast car, but this thing is just such a cool little like car that I bet is so like zippy and just fun to cruise in, you know? Yeah, this thing is cool, man. And like, look at this interior. That is so cool. The red and the white, that is honestly awesome. And I feel like a big thing for me is always interiors, man. Like, if the car has just like, if you have like an old car like this with the interior that is still super intact and like in really great shape, like, that is just so awesome, dude. Yeah, this thing is sick, man. Oh, super clean. Yeah, this thing is a cool car, man, honestly. Looks really good. Looks really good for sure. All right, next we got Terrell Ward with their 2002 Lexus IS300. Made it stance and undrivable and has a molded wide-body kit. Hell yeah. Just sits in my garage because I don't want to get rid of it because I love it, but I also no longer enjoy because I've owned it for so long. Wow. Wow. Wow, that is super awesome. The Work Equip 05s are so cool, man. Those are such a good wheel. Wow, that looks great. I love the color. Got the Altezza grill too. Nice. ISs are so cool, man. They're such a great, like, diverse car. And of course they got that 2J. Like, you can really do like so much with them. And they're great drift cars, man. I've driven a couple of these on the track. Like, friends who have just let me drift their ISs at the track, and like, they're such a great car to drive. And they just look great, man. They're such a cool, fun little car. Yeah, this thing is sick, man. I like that color is so awesome, especially in the sunlight right there. Yeah, and these taillights, those taillights are sick. I need to make my wagon cleaner, man. Like that car is so rough, dude. Like the paint looks like shit. There's like dents all over the body. Like I need to make that car, like I really need to finish that car up. Well, finish, right? It's never gonna be finished, but I want to like make it look cleaner. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. All right, we got Black Forest Luxy react to one of my cars. It's peak French quirkiness. Hell yeah. 1964 2CV AZAM, French people's car. Yeah, definitely a lot of cool information. If you want to take a look at that, feel free to pause and take a look. Overall, really strange and quirky, but practical French classic from my growing classic collection. Okay, subtle flex, you know, growing classic collection. All right, my bad, okay. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I've seen these before. They're such a crazy looking car. It's so cool. Like I said, man, I love seeing like old cars that are pristine, dude. Like it's so awesome. Look at this thing, dude. This thing is so sick. Look at that. The roof is cool. The roof is so cool. That's like literally like, you know, the old school type of like moon roofs that they used to do back in the day. Everything is super clean. Wow, look at that. Look at those runners. That's so awesome. Yeah, dude, super cool. I love seeing like old, quirky, like funky cars like this. And Citroens are like some of the weirdest cars for sure. So yeah, this thing is like so awesome, dude. I love it. All right, next we got Jasper with their 2019 Alpina B7. Damn, okay. I didn't know we had people here who had money like that, you know. Alpina tuned 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 by 40 horsepower. Definitely some impressive numbers, but like if we're being honest here, come on. We're talking about a 7 Series BMW. Like the main focus here is luxury. That's what we're here for. Definitely such a nice looking car. Like it's yes, it might be completely stock, but this is an Alpina, dude. Like it's technically not stock, you know. It's like it's a 7 Series. Either way, it's such an awesome. It's just such a good looking car. Like look at this thing. It's so prestigious. Yeah, the engine looks cool for sure. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that interior. I don't know how I feel about like red interiors, honestly, but I still think this is like super clean for sure. Yeah, dude, this thing's nice. All right, we got Snub. They say, I saw your reel for the Rate My Car vid. I have a pretty unique car known as the Toyota Corolla Sportivo. I've added some pics and vids on a Google Drive attached to this message. All right, bro, there's a virus in here. Ooh, okay. Wow, look at that. That's cool. You know, it kind of gives me like, oh, a Sentry. That's super sick. It kind of gives me like EP3 Honda Civic vibes, which is probably like what it was kind of meant to compete against. Wow, yeah, I bet that thing is so fun to drive. Dang. That VVC crossover is aggressive. Yeah, it looks really cool too. Honestly, it's a super cool looking car. What makes this car special is the engine. Toyota in Australia had a line of cars dubbed under the Sportivo name. Yep, it's got the 2ZZ that's in the same in the Celica GT. Fun fact, the Lotus Elise also has the 2ZZ engine. Yeah, it looks like it's a nice daily / fun car, tailgate car. Overall fun car, looks pretty cool, and is definitely a hidden gem of the 2000s. Yeah, honestly, that is really cool. Clearly, this is like a car that was never available in the States, so I've never seen one before, but this is honestly awesome. All right, we got October with their 1985 Camaro IROC Z. Right off the bat, I think these things are super cool. Like, honestly, I have a very big soft spot for this generation Camaro, especially the IROC Zs. I think they are really cool looking cars, personally. Still got the original engine. Has been a daily 140k miles. Nice. Only mod done is the crossbar on the stock mounts for better control. Now this is super cool. Look how clean that is too. Yeah, that is honestly, this is like, again, this is kind of another example of like, honestly, I think it being like stock and really clean is better for it, you know. I think this is definitely a car that deserves to just stay stock and be in like good condition, and it's just like a fun car to take out every now and then and just rip. And they look great, man. Honestly, like I said, I think they're such a cool looking car. Everything's original, got the wheels and all that too. That's honestly so cool. Yeah, man, that is awesome. We got Sunny with another Miata, a 1992 Sunburst Yellow Miata. This is a very rare color for these cars, so you know, if you know that bit of information, then that already makes it pretty cool. Originally produced in this color. Yeah, it's rare to find ones that are like originally painted this color. Short throw shifter, ISR exhaust. Other than that, it's purely cosmetic. Coils and roll bar come this spring. Got the clear taillights too. Yeah, that is awesome. And the factory pinstriping. Also, honestly, I like the look of these racks on these cars. I think they look really good on there. I think this is definitely a very clean well put together build, honestly. Super clean, super simple, gets the job done. Definitely a perfect beach cruiser. What is that, a Suzuki Samurai right here? That's super cool. Yeah, definitely an awesome car, man. Definitely super clean. All right, let's see. We got Flame Coyote. Rate my car. I have loads of wild shit, but the choice is easy. 1999 BMW 520i. Wow, this is crazy. Look at this. Wow. Honestly, that is cool. Look at that down there. The license plate. That is actually so cool. If this was a drift car and it looked like this, I think that would be so cool. Started out as some rusty base model shitbox, learned everything about cars on it, yup. Mod list is extensive, oh I bet. For having it that long, for sure. Loads of details on this motherfucker, did everything myself of course. Yeah, that's awesome. Like honestly, even like just this thing alone, like I said, is super cool. Have fun, by the way, always love the Jetta and sweet E92. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, this thing is sick, man. Super wild, super out there for sure. It's awesome. All right, next we got Donovan with their 1998 V70R. Built and tuned to 425 horsepower. Wow. Otherwise, it's stock exterior and interior. Nice. Yeah, this is cool. Nice little, you know, calm build. Very unsuspecting for sure. 425 is still a good amount. So, especially in a wagon like this, that is so awesome. And these look cool. I like the way these look, honestly. These more modern Vol wagons. Everyone loves like the older ones for sure. I mean, I like them too, but I think these are still really good looking as well. And I bet it's a lot of fun. I bet it low-key rips, honestly. All right, next is Lonas with their 2012 Mitsubishi Lancer Sportback Rally Art. Originally 250 horsepower, now 420 horsepower. Wow, 330 wheel. Dang. You lose that much in the drivetrain? I mean, I guess it is all-wheel drive, but like, dang, that's still kind of crazy. Fully built 10 kit and prepped to run E100, mostly running 85. This thing is cool, man. I low-key fuck with these hatchback Lancers. I think they're definitely very interesting looking. All right, that hatch mount is kind of crazy, but I mean, otherwise it's still, I mean, you know, overall it's still a very cool car. I mean, look at that, that's awesome. It is my daily car, but I also take it to the track. Obviously, my number is 621 for the jokes. Yeah, my E36 just to have that number too. Hell yeah. Yeah, I bet it's a pretty fun little zippy car to drive. All right, we got Lizzie with two cars. I have a 1980 Volvo 242 with a 4-speed manual transmission and a 1985 Volvo 245 wagon as well. Oh yeah, these are cool. These are cool. I'm not gonna lie, like everyone always talks about the wagons, and you know, like I said, I like them too. I think they're sick. But honestly, these coupes, some of these coupes and sedans they be slept on too. I think they look really awesome as well. Definitely super cool. All right, next we got Boba with another Miata, bro. There's so many Miatas. 1992 Mazda Miata 1.6. Only mods are underglow, rotor wheels, eBay exhaust, and teen coilovers. All right, we're looking. Very simple, very standard Miata build. Definitely can't go wrong. Definitely an awesome car, and of course, definitely a fun car to drive. Absolutely. What's up, yo? Editing track here. There are a lot of cars to go through, and I didn't want this video to be an hour long, so this is where part one is gonna end. This was a lot of fun to make, and honestly, there were a lot of awesome builds, man. I love being able to involve you guys, and I definitely want to make more videos like this in the future. Also, once again, I just want to thank everyone who sent in their cars. And again, I'm still very thankful that you even care enough about me to want to show me your cars, so thank you. You guys are what give me the motivation to continue being creative, so I'm happy that you are here. But with that said, keep an eye out for part two, because there's a lot more cool cars coming up. All right, see y'all later.